Hey beautiful people, it's Courtney. Today I'm testing out a clay cracking and I'm kind of laughing because this is my first attempt at it and you guys are in for a real treat with today's video, but I am having a giveaway before we hop into it for 2 winners and they'll each be receiving a $100 gift card to my slime shop. So all you have to do to enter is be subscribed to this channel, my vlog channel, and follow both of my Instagrams, and of course I will link all of that down below in the description box for you, and that's typically usually the rules for all my giveaways, so very easy. If you entered in the past, you're already entered. But let's get started. First, I started with Daiso clay, and I asked you guys on Instagram what I should make, and a couple of you said toilet paper and also the poop emoji. So I thought those two would go together really well. So what I'm doing is using these little clay tools that come with a lot of the clay. I tried it for this first one, but they just didn't work very well. So what my thought was is I would make a strip of clay and kind of roll it up like toilet paper, but that was like a fail. So then I decided to maybe just do a roll and kind of shape it and stuff like that with the Daiso clay, and I was just having the hardest time. I was like, okay, I could poke a hole in the center for the paper, like the roll, and oh my goodness, it just was not good. It was so crumbly. I don't know if it was just my Daiso or what, or if it's always like this, like for everybody's clay cracking, I don't know. So I decided to try soft clay, just like a different brand. This one was from Dope Slimes. So I rolled it out and it was definitely a lot easier to work with. It was a lot softer and I could shape it and use the tools a lot better. So I rolled it out, kind of flattened it in this odd kind of way that I figured I could do, and then I rolled it all up. So this worked actually quite a bit better. So I put it on a toothpick, that way I could start painting it. So what you use for clay cracking is basically nail polish. So this is a clear top coat that I am just painting over it. You let each layer dry and do about 4 layers. So the more layers I did, it just kind of blended my design completely in, to be honest with you guys. So I'm just like painting all of this, and then I'm gonna set it aside and work on my little poop emoji. So for this one, I'm also using the soft clay, and then I'm going in with this little spatula and kind of carving like ridges in the side so it looks a bit swirled from the front direction. And I actually think this worked out pretty well. I think like my sculpting on this wasn't bad until the paint started. So here we go. As you can see from the front, it definitely looks swirled, and I was very happy at this point. Then it just kind of all went downhill. So I'm painting this one with a brown nail polish, and again I'm doing multiple coats of this, and then I added some eyes and a mouth when I was done. But yeah, so I'm not doing every single coat on camera. I'm just kind of showing you guys like the basic process. So the more coats I did and the longer this sat on the toothpick, it kind of started to sink down and the toothpick started poking through the top of this. So quickly I realized that maybe this clay isn't best and that I should go back to the Daiso clay. So yeah, it was just, I don't know how people get these to look so perfect. I found this so hard, and you guys are gonna die laughing at my end results, so stay tuned till the end for that. But yeah, I just did a layer of brown, and I actually did 2 layers of brown, and then I went over it with clear. So the next suggestion was to do a penguin, which I thought was super cute. I watch Atypical on Netflix, and there's like so many penguins on that show, so I was like, this is perfect. So for this one, I went back to the Daiso clay, and I decided to use a little bit of water to help me blend it out, because on the Daiso box it says you can add water. I was like trying to read the instructions because I'm so used to using clay just in slime, not for like hand sculpting it. So I was hoping the box had something to go off of. It didn't really, but I figured I would try the water, which did work a little bit, but it was still really hard. So I shaped the body of my penguin, and then I added feet, and you guys, this got stuck like all over my hands. It was such a mess. I started doing this on parchment paper, and then I added some little arms to my penguin, but this was just not good. So I went in and tried to use the water as best as I possibly could to smooth it all out, and I also kind of used it like as a glue almost to adhere the clay, like the arms to the body. So I tried that, and so for this one, what I did is I went in with black nail polish and I did the body design, and I was actually pretty happy with my initial design, as you guys will see. But then I had to do multiple coats. So once it completely dried, I used a clear on top. So I did this entire design that you're seeing here, let it dry, did clear, but still a tad bit of the black started smearing. And oh my goodness. So this was just, the paintbrush was, I don't know, the nail polish brush was really hard to apply on the clay. It definitely probably would have been better with like an actual paintbrush. But yeah, so I'm painting my body of my penguin black, and then I'm going in and doing the feet orange, I'm doing the nose orange, and I'm also doing the eyes black. So I'm doing a little design, and like I said, I was super happy, and then it smeared a tiny bit, and it was just honestly really messy. So what I decided to do on this little guy was just set him down on his back and not paint the back, since the toothpick was kind of a fail. So I figured, okay, I won't do the nail polish on the back, it'll be fine. So that way I had a place to set it down, because I figured on the other one, when I painted it and then set it down, it just like got stuck to the paper with the nail polish. So it was just a hot mess. So this was my end result for my penguin. Again, I let it dry and went over it with clear a bunch of times. And then on to my next clay. So another one, this one was probably the most requested on Instagram, and it was to do a donut. So I figured this must be pretty easy, and it definitely was one of the easier ones I did, probably besides the toilet paper. I did try just to do a round thing and cut out a circle. That didn't work so well. It was very crumbly, so I tried to roll it out like a snake and then wrap it in a circle, and that worked a little bit better. It was more kind of like a square, so I had to use some water to shape it. But yeah, I need your guys' help. I need all the tips in the world in the comments down below. Like, how do you do this? How do you make it work? Because, oh boy, like my designs were a hot mess. So please give me tips down below, and maybe I'll do a part 2 and it'll be a lot better. But for this one, I decided to paint it like a nude-ish brown color, and I had like the perfect nail polish color. So I did one coat of this, and then I did some pink frosting, and I topped it with some fake sprinkles, which I actually think was really cute. And then I went over it a bunch of times with clear nail polish. So this is definitely like a really long process to shape it, to paint it, and then you have to let each layer dry as you paint it. All right, you guys, I don't know if you're ready for this. I really don't. Like, get ready. So here is my poop emoji and my toilet paper, which my toilet paper looks like a marshmallow because the clear coat just kind of covered it all. So it was just, it's a very hot mess. I tried to do it from far away and it didn't look any better, but enjoy. So as you can see here, it did crunch, but the soft clay that wasn't the Daiso was so messy for whatever reason. And here, just, I don't know what happened. Thank you guys so much for watching my super failed attempt at clay cracking. I hope you got a laugh at it, but please give me your recommendations and tips down below, and maybe I'll reattempt this for a part 2. But I will see you guys very soon. Bye.